Hello everybody, I'm the Questionist, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own Google Drive game. Specifically FNAF for this one. Now to do this, you're going to want to open a slide. And I prefer using one of the... I like to use the black version because it's a nice clean plate, because it looks kind of like a FNAF kind of thing. Darkness, basically. And to make your own FNAF thing, you're going to want to type in something like, let's say, Freddy Fazbear Head or something. I don't know, whatever. Let's use Freddy Fazbear. And I don't know, let's pick the best one. Let's just pick... You're gonna want to look for a PNG here. Let's pick me for this one. I guess that one didn't work. Some of these will not work depending on what you're using. This will come in later. Don't worry about that now. Let's use something like this. If this doesn't work, I don't know. Some of these might not work, like those two didn't. Some of these will, though. Some of these will. Like this one. This one did work. Now you're going to want to move it to the side like this. But to make it better, you're going to want to make it huge. And if you want to make it the classic Freddy Fazbear, you can do what Scott Coffin does. And put it to the side like this. So when you when you open the slideshow, it should look like it's half of his face. But now, we're going to want to add some text here. Let's get rid of this text. That one doesn't matter. Let's add our own. And put our own to the side here. Just like the actual game. We're going to put this and say... Five... Let's just say it's... To make it simple, we'll say 1... One night at Freddy's. Now this is simple. What I'm gonna prefer is that you, if it's a black background, then you're gonna want to change it to a different color, like a whiter color. Then you're gonna want to make it a little bigger. And if you want a total amount of accuracy, you can also put settings, if you really want to. I don't really care if you spell it wrong. I spell settings wrong too. Doesn't matter. Then you can also put quit. You can also do that too. Only if you want to, though. It doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you. I'm making this simple now. Then you're going to open a new tab. Let's open 5 new tabs here. For this, if we're gonna want to make settings here, okay? Now what we're gonna do for settings is I'm gonna put like, doesn't matter. Let's have like green. It says beer, but no. Let's just say bar. Green bar. Like this kind of. We're gonna have like this kind of thing. It doesn't matter what kind you want. It's just, this is like a settings volume. If you want a volume thing, remember, some of these won't work again. Which is really annoying, honestly. So you want to make sure that it's one that will fit. Like this one. And of course, it's going to be too big, because you're going to want to shrink it down to size. What you want to do is you want to limit volume. Which isn't going to really matter unless you want it to. So now, this is what I'm going to do. If you want it to have volume, you want it to lead to a certain thing. Now let's say the volume is all the way down. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to have arrows. So let's say an arrow on this side, okay? Shift, does that work? No. So let's say I had a picture of a volume then, or not picture of a volume, a picture of an arrow. Arrow. You're gonna want like a simple one. Arrow logo. This will be better. If you have an arrow logo, it's better. Because, I mean, it's whatever. Remember, like I said, it doesn't matter what you use. But remember, it has to have a white background so that when you click on it, it'll have the PNG thing on it. The PNG grid. My microphone turned off for a second. Sorry about that. So you're gonna want like an arrow like this, and then another idea is you can copy the arrow and then paste it again, because obviously it's a waste of time to just drag it. Then you can also have it so it's rotated 90 degrees. I don't like that. That's all the way back there. Flip, there we go. Now this is what we're looking here for. So you can have it both ways. So let's say that let's say it's cropped, okay? So we're going to copy this image, because if it wasn't copied, then how would we be able to do this? So now we're going to be able to crop the image, and then so you're going to want to crop it so it's littlest percentage you can possibly have. So it's a really small percentage. Once you're creating the arrows here, you're going to want to have it good. So let's say, we're going to copy this entire thing, paste it, so it can match this. So then we'll go back to cropping, because then we can have look even more full if you're doing it again. So it's fuller than last time. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a link, basically. What you're going to want to do is that you're going to want to press Control K. Control K is going to open up a slide, basically. And you're going to want to do it so it goes to next slide. When you click on the next slide, it'll open it up again. Which will, of course, make the bar even larger. Which is really nice. So I know this is pretty long, etc., etc. You know about this, but we're gonna keep on doing this until we're done. So remember, you're just gonna crop it and make it bigger and bigger and bigger, link it again, link it again, link it again, link it again, over and over, and do the etc. Repeat it, basically. After you're done repeating it, I'm gonna keep on doing this, though. So you can, of course, skip ahead. I don't really care. Doesn't even matter. Whatever you want to do. So it's like, remember these steps while you're doing this, though. Of course, right? You're gonna want to remember this. So just skip ahead, go ahead. This is just repeating. I'll be waiting. This is just boring, just skip ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna keep on saying that. There we go, once again. Okay, we're gonna do the same repeated thing. Oops, nope. Ah, shit. That's actually very easy now. Oh, wait. Copy, paste, crop, bigger. Should leave you to max volume, which will lead then to next slide again. Okay, so now we are back to doing this again, which means that you can now do the full volume thing. But then it's going to lead to this again, which then we're going to stop this. So which then you can go back to doing this. So when you lead to settings, that you can raise the volume up all the way. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Then you're going to want to do it the other way with this one. So then you're going to want to do this. So you're going to want to go to slides, which will then, so we're going to go with slide 5 labeled volume. So when you click on this, it should make it go back a little bit. Then this one's also going to be the same way. We're going to go back to preferred slide, and instead of that, we're going to go to 4, which will then lead to even less. And then again, until the volume stops. Which then we're going to have a little bit more trouble here once it goes back all the way to down percentage again. So now after we're doing this, I'm still talking, you know, because I'm not going to stop doing it through this entire tutorial here. And I think that this is already going good. So now that we have our full thing here, we got the One Night at Freddy's, we can now see here that we can move this back and forth. Which is obviously fantastic. Which I'm loving very, very much here. And this, of course, is going to take a very long time. Which, now what we're going to do here is that we're going to add this to a specific slide again. Do the same thing. Preferred slide. Which is going to be slide 2, labeled volume. And what you're also going to do is that you can also put a link. Which, for this, if you want, you're going to have this happen. You're going to copy the link of this. Then you're going to be able to put a link in here, which, remember, Control K. Put that in there so it can make you quit again. So now watch what it'll do. Once you press quit, it'll lead you back to your Google Drive home again. I am loving this so far. It's making it great. We're doing this, so now it can lead back to the volume thing. Which is perfect. Which then we're also going to put a brand new label here too. So we're going to put a label that says back. People seem to think that it's annoying when you put all capitals. I personally don't think that myself, but it really doesn't matter. So of course we're going to do the same thing. And slide is going to leave you back to the very first slide. Which is going to leave you to the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this because if you copy, you're also going to have the same thing. You're going to have the same thing stay there. And it's not going to matter. So we're going to keep on repeating this. And it doesn't matter how many times you do it. But you got to make sure to do it on the same thing every single time when you copy it. Every time. Because if you don't, I mean, this part doesn't really matter at all. I don't even know why I'm putting it there. But that's just because. You're going to want to put play, just because we're going to get to that later. But, of course, we're not going to leave it play, because that's the kindergarten way. We're going to put new game. But we're not going to use that just yet, remember. Why is it saying it's wrong? Sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a basic thing here. Let's just say that it's in Office 360. What the hell is this search? We're going to have an image. What I would personally do here is that I would actually probably say POV office, because then it's going to have your point of view of the office when you're doing this. I would just put whatever here. I don't even care if it's a stock image or not. Doesn't matter. This would actually be better if it's empty, because then you can just add your stuff in there. So you're going to add whatever. You're going to add your thing. just like this. Make it basic. Then you're gonna what just happened? Sorry for that. Anyway, what you're gonna want to do now is you're gonna want to have a down arrow. That's what you're gonna want to do. Is you're gonna have one. You're gonna want to have a down arrow, and then make sure it's not this. Make sure it's a PNG. Remember, PNG is a grid. It's important to know this. Hold on a second. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to want to pull this up. God, I hate these things. This gets real irritating. We can use the fake scamming arrows. You can also, some of these, you can probably tell that there's stock image. If they say words on the bottom, it's gonna be one of those dumb things. I'll use whatever, honestly. So basically, all FNAF is just really just images. Images and sound recordings. That's basically what FNAF is. It's recordings that with sound waves and stuff. So of course we're gonna have Office, but we're gonna have fake. Remember, the fake images of offices, whatever you want. We'll say party room. We'll just make it funny. Like this. This is like a kid's party room. Because this makes sense, right? It makes sense because it's FNAF. And you have a kid's party room. And once that is there, it'll be pulled up here. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have that saved for later. You're gonna have stage. Stage manager? No. Just a stage.
Stage.
I don't care about that. So it doesn't. It like this. Um. If you can hear within the background, and that's weird. But anyway, we're gonna have this just simple Freddy Fazbear right on the stage here, and we're gonna add a the butters buttons, a butt ton. Button noise. Alright, well, we just clicked on something that I didn't want to see. So let's just not do that. We'll just say square. And what square is gonna do... You're asking, what are we gonna use for the squares? Well, simple. Squares are gonna be the cameras that we're gonna be using in here. Of course, we're gonna repeat the paste process. We're gonna say it's simple. There's gonna be 4 cameras, I guess, for simpleness. Just because it'll be simple for the 4 cameras. And for it to be like this, it's... So, of course, if we're gonna continue here, we're gonna have a series of things happening. There's gonna be... We're gonna put, like, a fake door or whatever, because... I don't know, it'd be funny. We might not do it. It just depends. And we're gonna, of course, put the party room in here. And now they're not gonna move until we put them there. Basically, we're gonna repeat the process again. Putting the buttons here. See, look at that. They're already here. Buttons are perfect. There's gonna be four camera buttons here. No, so there's 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the main stage. Where he's gonna move at some point. Somewhere, I don't know. This will be simple. We're of course gonna copy this slide multiple different times. This slide right here, we're gonna copy multiple different times because it's the office. And basically Freddy will come and whatnot, and the time will change too. But we'll get to that. So we have this, and we're also gonna have opening slides here. Let's say Kirby. What the hell? Kirby sexy butt? Why is that on here? Never mind. Kitchen. This is better. It's a stretched out image. And remember, we're gonna do the same thing here. 4 different buttons, etc. Go and skip ahead. I don't really care. It's 1, 2, 3. Bedroom. Okay, now I got it here. Now we label. of course, because it's going to be really annoying, we're going to make it bigger. So we're going to move it so it says 1 right in the middle. It's going to get annoying. So yeah, now this is 1 right in the middle. Then we're going to do same here, but make it 2. And to now have the 2 right in the middle. Which this is actually going really well. I like this. It's perfect, dude. This is almost perfect. This is actually good. This is really boring, but if you really want to learn how, this is the best way to do it because I'm really good at this kind of stuff. Trust me. Sorry for the burp. And this is really good if you really want to learn. And then basically, same thing here. 1. What even happened? I have no idea what happened, but that happened, whatever it was. There we go, I fixed it. So whatever it was, that happened. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the 2 again. Shouldn't take that long, because it's only 4 slides that you're doing it on. Basically, this is basically what Scott Cawthon does. Or what he did with the original game. It's 2023 now, guys. What are we going to do? Size preference, 27. Anyway, you're going to want to do the same thing. And I've been in this chair for like a half hour or something. I have no idea. But I just really wanted to make this video because I like making videos for you guys. It's something that you guys both like. Something that you all like to see. It's always going to be at 14. But remember, 27 is the way to go. One more freaking slide. 28's also good too. It's just one difference. There's not that much difference at all when it comes to this. What you're also going to want to do is you're just going to put this here, etc., etc. Just that's the best way to do it, is try to line it up with the red. Once you see it there, that thing will not move. That red image won't fit in thing, or unsupported type will not leave. So now that you've got all these done, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, and then you're going to Control K. Preferred slide. If it's number 1, then it's gonna stay on there. Of course. Because you're already on there. If it's number 9, what did I even... What? If it's number... Yeah, if it's number 9, just... say slide 9. If you want it to be camera number 3 will be slide 10. Camera number 4 is going to be slide 11. Because you're on that slide specifically. This is so easy. It's the easiest one you could possibly do. Since you're on slide 2, of course, you don't need to do that. 1. Now for this one, if it's number 3 is cam 10. Number 4 is cam 11. Number 8, once again, and then this. It's really annoying when I do that. So it's gonna be already slide 9. Since this is cam 3, you know what to do. Don't go on that one. Cam number 4 is 11. Of course, for this one, do everything but 4. Same thing every time. This gets boring after a while, but no worries. Because then you'll actually have working slides. So now for this one, you'll have slide 8. Let's say you're in your office, right, and you need to go to the cams. Well, go to your cams, because all your cams are going to work. It's good. Copy your cams. But now instead of slide 8, it's now going to say Instead, it's going to say slide 7. So now when you're up here, slide 7 is the main office. Do the same thing here. It's going to be big. But it's going to say, it'll get a little annoying. Say slide 7 again. Then it should be back to slide 7, right? But no, it's on slide 8 again. So now, you can go to each cam with your thing on it, which actually is perfect. If you want the slide to keep going, press copy slide, and also repeatedly pressing V or control V will do it on its own. Make sure to do it repeatedly though, because if you don't do it repeatedly, then of course it won't change at all. But here's the confusing part. Is trying to change so that the animatronic will go away. Well, I have a solution for you. If you have that problem. But first, we're going to work on the time thing. The hell? So it's gonna first say 12 a.m. Let's say it'll be 20. The size will be 20. And we're gonna say that in the corner. We're gonna copy this, and it should copy this slide as well. You're not gonna link the time, because why would you do that? It's FNAF. We should keep the same time too. We should be this for about 11 slides. So you're going to copy this for 11 slides. Make sure the time speed is very, very slow when you are doing this. Just like this, keep on repeating it till it hits slide 12. Because this will make sense when it's actually slide 12, because then the slide 12 will turn to 1 a.m. So make sure it's about 12. And this guy will not stop knocking on my door while I'm recording. Whoopsies. So we're going to copy this slide again. 1, 2, whoops. So let's, wait, let's make sure. This says, that says 12. Oops, so we have this says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once it hits the 6 mark, then you can change it to 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, which will then turn to 2 a.m. One, two, three, four, five, 6. This is funny because I accidentally clicked the wrong slide. Remember, once it's hit the 6th mark, it will change. I know this is a very long tutorial, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. This is 6, which will then turn to 3 a.m. You will copy, so that's 1. This counts as 1, just so you know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 a.m. Afterwards, copy 1. Never mind, just use the copy button. It never works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change to 7 instead for some reason. 5 a.m. You're almost done with the shift. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once it hits 6 a.m., it's going to do a little bit of animation. It's going to say 6 a.m. After it says 6 a.m., I want to do a little bit of a cool animation. We're going to do 6 a.m. Some guy's saying that in the background. You're going to want it to say 6 a.m. or whatever it's going to say. We're going to have a basic stupid clock because it'll be funny. Then you're going to put your slide down. After you're done putting your slide down, it's gonna... You're going to want to put the animation down that says fade in. Because when you do the slide, it's not going to fade into 6 a.m. This is important when you're making a FNAF game, basically. Hold on a second. Now, there's no way to add sound to this kind of game, and once you're done when it says 6 a.m., you can, of course, we're going to make it so you can click the 6 a.m. thing. God damn it. Okay, you're going to want to click K. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy the slide. So we're going to press Control C, or if you like to do is press the copy button. It says 6 a.m. You can Control K. Not that. Copy. Control K. Control V, which will then apply the slide. Which doesn't ever work. Will this work, though? This doesn't change the document for some reason. It's complete A word. Which pisses me off, kind of. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a specific button. That's going to add in that says to make it funny, we'll say menu instead of menu. What the hell? Okay. We'll do it again. Man, you, and then first slide. Sorry for the farts. But now you have your basic FNAF game. Now when you do this, Control K, and we are going to preferred slide, whatever it's called, and slide 7 is the thing. So now when you're going through, you're gonna do this. I will show you the final product. First say 12 a.m. So now we're going... Oh my god. This video is about to be ruined. But basically we'll put the animation down. And we'll say 12 a.m. which will begin you. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually say fade out. It's going to be there already. So we're going to fade it out like this. I personally love this. We're going to play... So, show slide. Autoplay. Every 2 seconds. Every 10 seconds we'll do. New game. Basically created your own FNAF game. That's the basics you need to know. Which I personally love. I'll be back for part 2 for the animatronic part. See you all next time. Bye-bye, people. And don't forget to make people smile. Bye.